After discovering that their daughter Helen was actually allergic to cats, Jonathan and Tara Sims made the difficult decision to sell the cat shelter that Kelly Sims had been running for over 20 years before she passed it on to Tara. Jonathan then returned to banking, while Tara decided to work in a grocery store. And a decade later.
Mother Tara, I just got out of school. When are you getting off? My shift ends at 9 p.m. I should be home around 9:30. Just go home and help your father with dinner. Yes, Mother. On my way. What are we having for dinner, Father Jonathan?
Well, I can either bake pizza or we go out together to a place of your choosing. Take your pick.
We can just stay here.
Good evening, viewers. Today, we are covering the wedding of singer-songwriter Suzanne Hudson and her longtime girlfriend Laura Park. The two began dating soon after Miss Park arrived in Los Angeles to begin an acting career. The two have supported each other's careers ever since. We now go to First Unitarian Universalist Church of Los Angeles, where the wedding is being held. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the joining together of Laura Park and Suzanne Hudson in the bonds of matrimony. Suzanne Hudson, do you take Laura Park to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love in times of sickness and health, wealth or poverty, forsaking all others, until death does you part?
Yes, I do.
Laura Park, do you take Suzanne Hudson to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love in times of sickness or health, wealth or poverty, forsaking all others, until death does you part?
Yes, I do.
Then by the power vested in me by the state of California and the Unitarian Universalist Association, I hereby pronounce you partners in marriage. You may now kiss.
Congratulations. We are indeed happy to have your daughter join our family.
And vice versa.
Thank you for inviting me to the wedding. I was quite surprised to get the invitation, considering how you and I first met.
Well, we all need to learn to let go of the past. I consider you a friend now.
Speaking of letting go of the past.
So the Watchtower has disfellowshipped you. Well, you can always just join another religious community. You never needed the one.
I know. The only reason I was a witness at all was because I was so loyal to my mother. When she died after she refused a blood transfusion that could have saved her life, and then a witness friend of mine who made the opposite choice was expelled, I realized I had to leave. And the hardest part? Having to go to Texas, look my Aunt Lucy and cousin Carrie in the eyes, and apologize to them for scorning them when I first met them just before my grandmother died. I expected them both to still hate me. Instead, they both hugged me and told me how sorry they were for my losing my mother. That's when I knew how wrong I'd been. I now have good relations with my atheist relatives and no contact at all with the ones I was close to as a Jehovah's Witness. Well, I will leave you now.